Yo, what's going on, guys? Back at it with another cold video. And for today, I'm going to be showing you guys how to use Go High Level from point A to point Z. At the end of this video, you're going to learn everything you need to know about Go High Level in order to understand the software so you're able to actually use it for your day to day operations when it comes to your business.
Now, when it comes to the payment plans as far as gohighlevel, there's three main plans. There's a $97 a month plan, there's the $297 a month plan, and there's also the $497 a month plan. Now, let's start off with the starter plan. When you're a new agency owner or you're running a service-based business and you don't have too much clients and you want to make sure you systemize everything off rip, the $97 plan a month is going to be the smartest thing to do. With that, you're going to have three sub accounts you can create. So basically, per client, you're able to create a sub account, making it easy in terms of figuring out where the client is at and you being able to see the service you're actually fulfilling per client. Next is unlimited contacts. When a client basically sends you the number and they want you to book them into the calendar, basically you're able to get as much numbers as you can and put them all inside of the CRM. Next is 24-hour support. If anything goes wrong with your Go High Level account, or if there's just something you want to learn in general, you have 24-hour access 7 days a week to contact support, and they're going to be able to help you with anything you need. And the other useful features Go High Level has is the AI automations, creating a website, creating funnels, and all types of good stuff. So starting off, if you're new to business, I would highly go with the $97 a month plan. The 297 plan is called Unlimited, and this is the one built for growing agencies. You get everything in the starter plan plus unlimited sub accounts, meaning you can manage as many clients as you want under literally one login. You also get user and agent reporting, so if you have a sales team or closers working under you, you can track exactly what they're doing inside of the CRM. There's rebill phone and email at no markup. So when your clients use SMS or email through the platform, you're passing the cost directly to them without Go High Level even taking a cut. And you get basic API access, which means you can connect Go High Level to other tools and build more custom setups as you start scaling the business. This is the plan most agency owners are going to end up on once you're managing more than literally 20 clients. The $97 plan doesn't make sense anymore at that point once you have more than like 10 or 20 clients. That's when you're not going to be able to really do much with that plan. So the $497 plan, the agency pro one, you get everything in the unlimited plan, but the biggest thing is now you're in SaaS mode essentially. This lets you white label Go High Level, meaning you can rebrand the entire platform as your own software, give it your own name, your own logo, and sell it to your clients as a monthly subscription. On top of that, sub account creation becomes automated, literally. Instead of manually setting up every new client, the system does it for you as you onboard them. The other key difference from the $297 a month plan, you can now rebill phone and email with markup. So instead of just passing the cost of the email and phone bill, you're able to actually upmarket so you can make a small profit from that. And you get advanced API access so you can build fully custom integrations and automations that go way beyond what the standard plan allows. It's for people who want to turn Go High Level into a product. You're not just using the software, you're reselling it and building a SaaS business on top of that. So it's like you've done so well with using Go High Level with the $97 plan a month, the $297 plan a month, and you figured, okay, I love the software so fucking much. It saved a lot of time. I've saved a lot of money as well. I want to start selling SaaS to clients. That's typically when you'd want to go with the $497 plan a month when you're running your agency or service base, and you also want to just upsell some softwares to clients, basically. So the first place I tell everyone to take a look at when they first get into Go High Level is going to be the Launchpad. 80% of the things you need to get set up off rip is going to be here because they're going to show you all the recommendations. As you can see, this is already done 100%. This is also done 100%. Like book more appointments with automated schedules, which I already set up in the automation section. That's also done. And launching your first campaign to drive engagement, something you should also do as well. Next, marketing lead generation. So manage all your social media posts in one place. I would highly recommend all of you guys to connect your Instagram account to Go High Level so you're able to literally manage all the posts you have in one place. Next, sales and conversations. So you can set up a multi-channel communication and start engaging in minutes. So you're able to buy a phone number on Go High Level, and with that number, you're able to text multiple clients, making it so easy for you to manage all of the messages in one place. Streamline Facebook and Instagram conversations for faster responses. So, like I said, you're able to connect your Instagram and your Facebook to go high level. Import and engage with all your contacts instantly. It's also something I would do. If you're switching from another software to go high level, you're able to import all of the past engaging contacts onto go high level. So yeah, this is literally where I'd start. This would help you in terms of getting a very good stepping stone inside of the software, go high level. And if I say go high level or high level or GHL, some parts of the video, just know I'm talking about the exact same software. Next place you're going to take a look at is a dashboard. Look at dashboard as a central hub showing all the data you need to see in terms of your business. First here is going to be the opportunity status. So you're able to see how much opportunities you created for the month. Next is funnels. This has been a game changer, this section alone, because you're able to see how much everything is worth. So new leads. I'm able to see how much money the new leads are worth, how much the rescheduled calls is also worth, no shows, lost leads, closed leads, and won. That's just one part of that. The next part is the percentages. For example, let's just say my closing rate is 10%. The closed lead section would be 10%. Let's just say 70% of the money in my funnel is from the new leads. That would be 70%. Let's just say 5% of my calls are reschedules. That would be 5%. So it shows the percentages of every part of the funnel, making it easier for you to optimize. Because at the end of the day, if you can't see data, you're not able to optimize. As you guys can see, everything says no data found or it's at zero. Right now, we're in the month of April, but I set everything to May because I didn't want to expose one of my clients' data. Now, right under dashboard is going to be conversations. The moment you purchase a Go High Level number, now you have access to text every single prospect that you have the contact. Next, right under dashboard is going to be conversations. The moment you purchase a Go High Level number, now you have the ability to text every single lead. For example, I set up an automation for one of my clients, and this is exactly what it says. It's a 15-minute reminder prior to the call. Hey, quick reminder, your call with Ray's team starts in 15 minutes. Looking forward to seeing you soon. Reply stop to opt out. Reply stop to unsubscribe. Thanks. Ray in the dark. And they said they're actually ready. So they seen the 15-minute reminder prior to the call and they let us know they're ready. And we actually ended up calling them. I sent another automation. So the thing is, one of the best parts of a Go High Level is all the automations you set up and it's being sent to every single prospect. It's all going to show over here. So it literally makes it so much easier for you. So as you guys can see, every single automation is set up here. So 15-minute reminders prior to the call, reschedules, every automation that's going to be able to bring the lead back into the funnel in terms of the sales aspect, I already set up for my client. Next, manual actions. This is not really important at all. Nothing really here that you need to take a look at. Snippets, same thing. Now, if you want to start adding links to every SMS message you send to clients, you can literally just press add link and do so. Settings, I don't really touch the settings at all. I just keep it as it is. All right, so we're in the calendar section. This is where you can see all your users at the bottom and how many calls each of them have. Super useful if you're a business owner tracking your team, or even if you're just a closer and you want to just check your own schedule. For example, as you guys can see, my name is right here. Like I was telling you guys, I'm still a closer even to this day, so my name is there. If the appointment setter books me in for a call, let's just say I have 5 calls today, I would just press my name right there and it will show it from here to here based on the times of the actual call. Now, for setters who are manually going to book in the leads, this is literally how you would add someone onto your calendar. You would just press the new button on the top right. You would basically add their contact name. So let's just say random number. So absolutely random number. You just press add new contact right here. And let's just say their name is Billy. And the business they run is called Cat for Sale. You would just bracket their business name and their actual name. And you put their number in again. So 416, random number. And you can add their email if you would like. You just save this. And based on this contact, let's just say you want to add them into this person's calendar. You would just select the time of the call, which is going to be, let's just say, on Monday at 5 p.m. You would just switch it to this. So Monday at 5 p.m. And you would basically just press book appointment. If you'd want to edit their calendar, you just press edit calendar. You can add a logo if you would like. Maybe it'd be like a picture of their face to show that it's their calendar. Then you would obviously put their name. And as far as description, it can be anything, or you can just leave it blank and you can just add a color. Now, staff and location, this is pretty simple. You don't really got to touch anything here. Booking rule. So let's just say per closer, you're taking calls in 30-minute intervals. The meeting duration on average would be 30 minutes. But let's just say you're selling higher ticket products. Let's just say 10K products, 20K products. Typically, the calls are going to be way longer than 30 minutes if you're selling that high ticket of a product. You would basically take calls on hour intervals. So let's just say on average, your calls last 1 hour or even 2 hours. We'd basically change it to that. So depending on average, how long your calls take, you would just change it. And as far as advanced settings, you don't really got to touch this too much. In terms of notifications, you can enable that easily. So whenever you have a call, you can basically set that automation up. So the Go High Level app will let you know that you have a call within 15 minutes or exactly at the time of the call. You will see a notification on your phone or a MacBook or laptop. All right, now we're in the contact section. This is essentially your database. At the top, there's just simple options like smart lists, bulk actions, so you can edit a couple of things at the same time, tasks. I don't really touch this at all. This is not really too important. And last, companies. One of the best parts about the contacts and calendar section is they're both basically in sync between each other. For example, when you're adding a new lead onto the calendar section, basically the moment you do that, it gets sent right to the contact section. So earlier, as I was showing you guys, I added this new prospect. His name is Cats for Sale. This is just a random business I've never heard of. I put a random number, and this is just a random business. The moment I added this lead onto the calendar, it automatically created a new section for contacts. This makes it so simple so you can see where all the leads are at in one place. So you're able to follow back up with them months down the line or even weeks down the line to see really where they're at. Now, on the right, if you press manage fields, based on what your business needs, you're able to filter it. For example, in order to create a contact, if you personally need their email and phone number, you can have that option. If you only need their phone number, you can remove the email option. If all you need is their business name, their phone, and overall just this three informations, you can keep that. But if you want to be very detailed, if you want the first name, the last name, their emails, whatever it is you need for your business, you can select any of these options. And once you're done, you just press apply on the bottom right, and it should show everything you need. All right, now we're in opportunity section. This is where you track every lead through your sales process, from the first touch all the way to being closed. At the top, you've got three tabs: opportunities, pipelines, and bulk actions. Right now, we're inside of pipelines, and this is where you're actually going to build out the stages of your pipelines. So as you can see, I actually have 5 pipelines: new lead, rescheduled call, no show, lost lead, and closed lead. Every lead that comes in moves through these stages, so you always know exactly where they're at inside of the process. This is huge for business owners and sales managers because at a glance, you can see how many people are new, how many no showed, how many got closed. It keeps your whole team accountable without you having to chase anyone for updates. So every single month, I create a pipeline making sure that we're able to see what's going on within the months. So based on the data we see, we know what we need to improve on and what we're already doing good. So, for example, I'm going to press May to show you guys what's going on. So, as you guys can see, this is the data we need. Next is the opportunity section. So, the moment someone sends you their contact and you book them inside of the calendar, they're going to pop up right here. So, new lead. And after the first call, they either no showed, rescheduled, or you closed them. And based on that, you can drag them from the new lead section all the way to closed lead. And what that's going to do is that's going to show up right here. So if you go back to dashboard, all that information is going to move from here all the way down to here. So every new lead is going to show here, every closed lead is going to show here, and so on. Next is bulk action. So this section, you don't really need to touch this at all. Just got to focus on making sure you have the opportunities filled out. You got to make sure you have the pipelines that are very necessary. And overall, you got to make sure that you as a closer, you're filling this out on your own. Or even if you as a business owner, you have to make sure your team is filling this out. So this payment section is pretty self-explanatory. Whether or not you're using PayPal to collect payment, WAP, fan bases, for the most part, you're able to actually integrate the payment options inside of this section. Now, if you're also selling subscriptions, you can just press add a subscription and easily set that up as well. Payment links, once you integrate the payment links, they're all going to be here. So whenever you need it, you can just copy it and you can just send it to the potential prospect you're about to close. Transactions, on this section, if the lead ends up paying through the links that you copied and sent to them, it will show all the transactions in this section. Products, self-explanatory. Settings, there's not really much you need to change here at all. Everything here is already laid out for you. All right, so now we're in the marketing tab inside of Go High Level, and this section is low-key one of the most underrated parts of the whole platform. Let me break it all down for you. First thing you see is the social planner on top right here. This is basically your all-in-one content calendar. You can connect and post directly to Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and basically any platform. So you don't have to really jump between the apps, no third-party schedulers. You connect your accounts once and you're good to go. Now, what makes this powerful are the 4 posting modes. Bulk scheduling with CSV. If you got a content bank, you can import a whole spreadsheet and schedule dozens of posts in one shot. Evergreen queue. You build a library of posts and Go High Level rotates through them automatically. Recurring post. If you want to post the same offer every Monday, you can literally automate it once and it keeps doing it every single Wednesday. Generate feed from post. It pulls content and builds out your visual feed for you. This alone replaces tools like Buffer or Later. Next is the email section. So full email marketing built in for you. You can build campaigns, write broadcasts, and send to your entire list without needing MailChimp or Klaviyo or even OmniSend and these other email and SMS apps. This section alone can literally do all the email marketing for you, as you guys can see. So these are just some examples. So email delivered, unsubscribe, bounce, all the data you need to see is all here in this email section alone. Next is snippets. I don't really pay attention to this section at all, to be honest. Countdown timers. Embed a live timer into any email or funnel page to create urgency or an offer. Simple, but effective for conversions. Honestly, I personally don't really use this on my end at all, but you can literally add this to any type of offer you'd want, and more than likely you would see a better conversion rate because people tend to make purchases decisions when there's some type of urgency behind it. Trigger links. Trigger links are smart links. When someone clicks one, it automatically fires an automation, tag the contact, move them in the pipeline, send a follow-up. One click does it all. Is Ads Manager. So basically, when it comes to Ad Manager, if you're basically a marketing agency or you're even running ads for clients in general, you can basically connect the Facebook account and you're able to see all the ads that are being ran on Go High Level. So you don't even have to log into that Meta Ads Manager. Now, automations. If you're a very creative person, you're very big on outsourcing and saving a lot of time, you're going to love this section. I'm going to show you guys one of the sick automations I actually created for one of my clients. So basically how it works is I set it to all the closers' calendars. So if the appointment setter books anything to the closer's calendar, that triggers the automation. Now, for example, this automation is a 15-minute reminder letting the prospect know, hey, the call is 15 minutes from now. Make sure you're ready and you're going to get a call very soon. So this SMS text. This is exactly what it sends to every single prospect that is booked onto one of the closer's calendars. So in terms of automations, honestly, based on the business you're in, I would do some deep research, see what I can delegate, see how the automations can help you the most. And once you figure out the automations to build, I would say just start cooking up some crazy stuff. So testing a lot of things and overall just playing around with Go High Level. Because at the end of the day, you can watch 20 tutorial videos, but if you never actually try to create something or figure out how to use Go High Level in general, you're going to be running around in circles. So biggest thing is just play around with the software. Just test it, do what you got to do. And once it works and you figure it out, go high level, this is a tool that is going to save you a lot of time and even a lot of money as well every single month. Now we're in the sites tab. This is where you actually build everything your clients actually see online. Landing pages, full websites, funnels, stores, all of it is literally here. Now, first up and most important thing is funnels. A funnel is a sequence of pages literally designed to move someone from point A to point B. Simple. When you click plus new funnel, which is right here, you name it, you can pick a template, or you can just build it from scratch. Then you can start building up the funnel. Typically an opt-in page, a sales page, an order form, and a thank you page. Each step has its own URL, and you can split test all of them to make sure that it runs as smooth as possible. Website is the full experience. Multiple pages, full navigation, the whole thing. Great for clients facing businesses that need a home base beyond just a funnel. So with the website, that almost answers every question they need to know. So the contact info, reviews, testimonials, and overall just all the information they need to know about your business is typically going to be on the website. Next is stores. So stores is your e-commerce builder. If a client is selling physical or digital products, you set up their storefront right there. Simple. Webinars. You can host live webinars or automated webinars directly inside of Go High Level. So this is literally a game changer. So once you start scaling and pushing numbers with your business and you want to start running webinars, literally this is the only section you need. You don't even need to pay for no other softwares, none of that. Everything you need to build a webinar is literally here. Next is analytics. So this is self-explanatory. All the data you need to see is all here. Blogs, I don't really pay attention to this at all. WordPress, if you're using this, then you can literally integrate WordPress to Go High Level. And forms. So in terms of forms, you can be extremely creative when it comes to this. One of the forms that I personally created for my client is end of the day report form. So every single day, a form gets sent to the closers and the appointment setters, and they're going to fill in the data on how much leads they called, how much showed up, how much closed, and how much revenue was generated every single day. So this is such a game changer in terms of you being able to see the data so you can know who's doing their part and who's not really doing the best. So this is the client portal where you can just see simple information you need. So who you invited, the users, their URL. This is just the dashboard. Beside that is courses. So if you want to start selling courses down the line, or even right now, you can simply create a course inside of Go High Level itself. So you don't even need to pay for the software on Shopify or any other platforms that are good for courses. Everything you need is in Go High Level. So literally, if you want to create a course, you just press that, put the name of the course, small description, upload the thumbnail, and simple as that, you're good to go. Community. So if you want to create a community as well, you simply just press create, put the name, URL, small description, brand it out, show your logo or something, and you create the group. Now you're able to start sending it to people who'd be interested inside of that group. So credentials, this is something that most people don't really use at all, to be honest. Next is the app marketplace. Basically, if there's an app that you're currently already using and you want to easily integrate it onto Go High Level itself, you can literally download it here in the app marketplace and integrate it to Go High Level. For example, let's just say you're using ClickFunnels. Okay, so they don't have that, so that's fine. There's a different way to obviously integrate it to Go High Level. But the App Store typically makes it a whole lot easier. There's so much less steps you got to take if it's already inside of the Go High Level App Store. So Canva, this is something great if you're a designer, or if you're doing something in a creative field, you would download Canva. Zoom, if you use Zoom to take a lot of your sales calls, you would download Zoom and integrate it onto Go High Level. So whatever you need, you can literally search it up, and if it's on the App Store, that makes your life a whole lot easier.
That wraps up today's video. Biggest takeaway is once you guys hop on the actual software, Go High Level, play around with it. Test new things, create automations, just try a lot of things, because at the end of the day, you can watch 20 tutorial videos. But if you're not going to actually implement that information from the video, then there's absolutely no point in you guys even watching this video in the first place for wasting your time. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope y'all learned something from this video. Like, comment, and sub, and I'll see you guys in the next one.